So, Philip, we've had a fantastic evening. Thank you very much. Everybody was really happy with the readings you managed to have.
Thank you.
For everybody had a reading. How do you think it went?
Well, I mean, my main consensus is that everyone, when I'm delivering readings to people, it has to be done with empathy and with proof, or as much proof evidence as you can give.
Yes.
So I'm very passionate about the work that I do. It's not about ego or, about sensationalism, as it is more of connecting that individual with someone who they loved and they miss,
Yes.
which is very hard for them.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that it was a wonderful evening, and if I will say that the energies, when we talk of energies, we talk of the atmosphere, because we can all tune into those energies,
Yeah.
was very high. Yes.
Right. So everybody was really happy. I mean, we talked to a few people, and everybody was really happy with the readings they had. They really liked the way you deliver all the messages. They thought that there was a lot of empathy, there was a lot of understanding.
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
And you did it in a very gentle way. So they really liked that. Some of them actually said to me that they would like to come and see you again. So hopefully, you will have a few visits from those people that we saw tonight. Do you normally do that sort of venue, like small venues, or do you like to do bigger venues?
I've done all. I've done church services, I've done small venues, I've done large venues, I've done a lot of those charity venues as well too, which are just as important. So it doesn't really matter, but what I find is that on the larger venues it's more very quick and quite direct, whereas if it's a one-to-one it's more intense, or there is more time to link in with the departed loved one and connect with their energies. But I'm really delighted that people found it very helpful to them. They did,
most definitely. Do you also do one-to-ones? Because I mean, some people seem
Yes, I also do one-to-ones as well too. And I get booked up. The problem is the diary and timing, but I have someone to sort that all out. Charlie sorts that all out for me and gets that all sorted for me.
Right, okay, so anybody could get in touch with you if
on
they
the
wanted
internet
to have a
already,
one-to-one.
yes.
And I imagine you're pretty booked up for the time to come anyway, so if anybody wanted to see you, they should be quick.
Yeah, and that's an honour, that's very nice. So I'm very humbled, although I never set out to be a medium. It wasn't something that I wanted to do or had any interest in whatsoever. I was more interested in other areas, aspects of the paranormal, especially the UFO phenomena, which I've spent a lot of years researching, and I've had some books published on UFOs, and I've almost finished my new one called You the Public Deceived.
Oh, fantastic. That's lovely. So when is it coming out?
Well, it's going to be submitted to the publishers at the end of this month, and then I have to wait to see if they give it the green light, because with publishers, they have the last say, and then they draw up a contract for the author. So,
they do, definitely. Because you've got some of the books that you've published already.
Oh yes, I have a twin brother, Ronald, and he's an author and illustrator of children's books, and we've also written a science fiction novel called The Ungodly Agenda, and we were very honoured to have had the New York Times best-selling author David Saperstein, author of Cocoon. He's been an enormous help to me and my brother.
Oh, very
great help from New York.
Fantastic. We've got here one of your books that you've published, Reaching for the Divine.
Yes.
Can you talk to us a little bit about this book? Was it the first one, I think?
Yes, that was
published?
Yes, that's right. That was the first book that was accepted for publication, and I wanted to write a book that the public could understand how spirit communication was achieved. When I got involved with clairvoyance and mediumship and all that psychic exploration, all the books I was buying was from authors who were more prepared to show how good they were and their stories than the actual process that was taking place and how it worked. And of course I'm a curious fellow, I wanted to know how it worked. And so when I started compiling this book, I knew that it would be important to me and to other people to not only demonstrate how this all happened, but that it is actually a reality, and that there is a process involved with how we can connect with people who have passed over. we have to be very careful, of course, because we're dealing with the mind.
Yes.
And we have to walk a very fine line of rationality and evidence. We can't go into areas that are that would be seen to the general public as like you know, meaning nothing. So I wrote that book out of love, and it was amazing when it was taken and accepted, and as I said, it's still selling strong to this day.
Very good.
Very happy, yeah.
Fantastic. Have you published other books on psychic matters, or is it more
No,
other subjects?
I've written my other books centre around, well, there's children's books, novels and science fiction, but two of the other books that were released were about the UFO phenomena, and the exploration of that subject, which, as I said, has fascinated me. As I said, once You, the Public Deceived is finished, which deals with the grand deception of the UFO phenomena from a higher level, and how we, the lower spectrum of society, all of us, are conditioned to a degree to accept what the system feeds us.
Right,
so we can sometimes be led down the wrong path.
Yes.
But I am going to be working on another psychic book, which will deal more with, in a few years' time, which will deal more with evidence and the things that I've gone through.
Right, okay. And I understand very soon you're going to participate to a conference where you've been invited?
Yes, I've been invited to do a talk at the Watford UFO Academy.
Lovely.
And I've been asked to discuss about my theories that were published about the UFO subject, and about a certain faction of what we call greys, and not the romanticised Hollywood version, but the reality of what I believe they are. And I came up with a theory that they called revolutionary, or they considered revolutionary in 1996, when I postulated a new theory about what these things really were, and that was published in a leading magazine then, and I followed that forward in the other UFO books. So I'm very grateful that, you know, to the publishers, I'm very grateful, because without them, you have no voice.
We have to rely on them.
And you have no books.
More importantly. Well, thank you very much, and all the best of luck to you. It's been a wonderful evening. I've very much enjoyed it, and everybody has enjoyed it.
Well, I thank you also for having me on your show, and for having a wonderful night with everyone here.
And I do hope we'll have some others with you.
Yeah,
definitely.
Thank you very much.
All the best of luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you.